The Tiger Cub and the Brave Firefighter. Once upon a time, in a quaint village surrounded by rolling hills and dense forests, there lived a kind-hearted firefighter named Daniel. Daniel loved his job, helping others in need, but his greatest joy came from his small, cozy home on the edge of the village, where he lived with his beloved pets and tended to his garden. One day, while walking through the forest on his way home from work, Daniel stumbled upon a tiny, orange and black striped tiger cub, shivering and alone. The cub's big eyes looked up at Daniel with a mix of fear and curiosity.
"Oh, poor thing," Daniel said, gently picking up the cub. "You must be lost." The cub nuzzled Daniel's hand, and Daniel decided to take it home. Daniel named the cub King and made a warm, comfortable bed for him in his living room. Daniel spent the next few days caring for King, feeding him, playing with him, and teaching him how to be gentle and well-behaved. King quickly grew attached to Daniel and followed him everywhere. As the weeks passed, King and Daniel became the best of friends. They played together in the garden, went for long walks in the forest, and shared many happy moments. Daniel taught King tricks and how to be kind, while King gave Daniel companionship and joy. One summer evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars began to twinkle, a sudden gust of wind swept through the village. The wind carried a spark from a nearby campfire, and it quickly ignited the dry grass and trees. A fierce fire began to spread through the forest, approaching Daniel's home.
Daniel was at the fire station when he saw the smoke rising. He rushed outside and quickly realized that the fire was getting dangerously close to his house. He knew he needed to get home as fast as he could to protect King and make sure everyone was safe.
When Daniel arrived at his house, the fire had already begun to reach the edges of his property. The flames crackled and roared, and the smoke filled the air. Daniel's heart raced as he tried to think of the best way to get King to safety. But then, he heard a familiar, worried roar coming from the garden. King had been watching the fire from a distance and knew something was wrong. Without hesitation, King ran toward Daniel, his eyes wide with urgency. Daniel looked at King and realized that his brave little friend was trying to help. King darted into the garden and began to guide Daniel through a safer path away from the flames. The tiger cub's keen senses and instinctual knowledge of the forest allowed him to find a safe route that Daniel hadn't noticed.
As they moved, King's powerful roar drew the attention of nearby animals who began to help in their own way. Birds flew up to warn the villagers, while deer and other animals helped by clearing obstacles and creating a path. With King's help, Daniel managed to find a safe spot for himself and King away from the flames. The fire brigade arrived quickly and began to tackle the blaze, but thanks to King's guidance, Daniel and King were safe and sound. The village came together to help put out the fire, and with everyone's combined efforts, the blaze was eventually controlled. Once the danger had passed, Daniel and King were hailed as heroes. The villagers gathered to celebrate their bravery and the incredible bond between Daniel and King. Daniel thanked King with a heartfelt hug. "You saved me tonight, King. You were so brave and clever." King purred and nuzzled Daniel, happy to have helped his best friend. From that day on, King and Daniel's friendship was even stronger. King continued to live with Daniel, and they became inseparable. The villagers often told the story of how a courageous tiger cub helped a firefighter save his home, and how their bond showed that even the smallest acts of bravery and kindness could make a big difference. And so, Daniel and King lived happily ever after, their story reminding everyone of the power of friendship and the bravery that can come from the most unexpected places.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. See you for next time. Bye bye.